It's pretty awkward being in front of a camera when I haven't for a while. Hello YouTube, my name is Ash and Kyle's over there. He's my team driving partner. In today's video, I wanted to give an overview of the recruiting portion of getting hired on for Schneider, and then week 1 of their apprenticeship training program or their CDL school. So we'll just jump right into the video. So the first thing you need to know about getting recruited is you're going to apply for a specific position with Schneider on their website, and I am working on the van truckload account with Kyle. We're team driving, but they have dedicated routes and local routes or regional routes. So you'll apply for what you want specifically. The pay kind of differs, it seems, and your home time. So you'll find that online. And once we applied, we were contacted by a recruiter, and basically we were just advised that before we can move any further in the process, we had to have our permits. They don't really help you with that process, but essentially it's just a written test you take at the DMV. So the best piece of advice I can offer you is to go to your app store on your phone and get a testing app. I think we did the CDL app, I don't know. There's just a bunch of apps. And then read through your manual. You need to know combination vehicles in the manual, air brakes, what else? Combination vehicles, air brakes, general knowledge. I think that's it.
I think that's all of it.
So you don't have to have your hazmat endorsement or anything else, just those 3 things. But the app is the best way to go because the questions are essentially the exact same. We paid like $57 to get our permit. We tried to get information from the recruiters before we had our permits, but they would not talk to us. We also had to get our DOT physical. Just Google DOT physical near me and you'll find a list of clinics that will do it for you. We paid like $63 for our physicals, and they'll just print your medical card there for you if you pass. They're good anywhere from like 3 months depending on your health to a year or 2 years of expiration, but you have to stay up on those to keep your personal driver's license. So after we had those 2 things, we called our recruiter back and she reviewed the account that we were going to be on, made sure we were okay being gone for 2 weeks, and then also reviewed our driving record and our driving history. And once we had done all that, she told us the location we would be going for our training, as well as the date we would be going. So for us, we called November 29th, so the end of November, and we couldn't get in until January 9th. So and I've talked to other students as well. For the most part, for now, they're booked out about a month. So you can expect about a month of downtime, or just a month before you fly out. So after we had reviewed all of that, a couple weeks later, she scheduled our drug tests. Your drug test has to be done within 30 days of when you arrive at orientation. You do a hair follicle and a urine test, and they just sent us to a Concentra, and they had someone else besides the recruiter call and get us scheduled. But it was a walk-in clinic, so I don't even know why they bothered to call because we just walked in anyway.
They'll chop a lot of your hair off.
They did chop a lot of my hair off. There's a clump in the back, and she did pull my hair back up to get it underneath, but oh my god, she cut a big chunk. So before you get the snip, if they're doing it from your head of hair, clarify how much they're going to be taking and maybe see if you can get it done in the spot of your choosing. Just a heads up. So after we passed our drug test, which took about 7 days to come back, there was kind of radio silence for a while. Unfortunately, you don't get your checklist for orientation regarding packing until you have passed the drug test. But once we passed it, we got sent our conditional offer of employment letter as well as the packing checklist, which was good because we didn't know what to bring. So we finally got that, and then the Thursday before you leave to orientation, our recruiter called us, or your recruiter will call you, and we got our plane ticket scheduled. We had an early morning flight. We left at 8. We were offered flights with either Delta or Southwest, and we said we preferred Southwest. It wasn't a guarantee, but they did book us through Southwest, which is open seating, and we were able to check 2 bags, Whereas if we had flown with Delta, you can only check one bag and then one carry-on. We did pack in duffel bags. I've seen plenty of students who are in suitcases, but we were told that when you go out with a TE or your training engineer over the road, that it will be easier to manage a duffel bag inside the truck. So we'll see if that proves to be true when we go out. There is random paperwork that you need to do online for your recruiter. You have to work through the clearinghouse to give permission to release your driving record and your drug test information, so it's just like a consent thing. And we also had to fill out your I-9. We started that online. Did we have to do anything else online? Just the consent and the I-9 form?
Yeah, the drug test consent and the I-9. I think that's pretty much it.
Okay.
We did have to go do the drug test consent a couple times though.
Yeah, the clearinghouse is kind of a pain in the ass. Read all of the instructions. It's pretty easy to like just get past that and just do whatever you think is best, but just read the instructions and the emails, read everything, and then go fill it out. The nice thing is the recruiter that we worked with, at least, was very, she was very good about answering all of our questions. She never felt bothered by us asking a bunch of questions, and we always did have a lot of questions. She returned our voicemails the same day if we called her, and she was never annoyed by all the questions that we had. And if we asked her a question and she didn't know the answer, she would look it up, which was really awesome. So overall, the recruiting process was very smooth, and it went really well. So that was the recruiting process for Schneider. We recruited in November and December of 2021, so I'd imagine it's a similar process going into the year 2022. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and you can subscribe to our channel, West Coast Turnaround, to follow us through our Schneider journey.